Yeah, like I mean, like a solo GP firm is a firm with a single partner, and I think once upon a time, solo GP equaled one person, and we can talk about this later. We've moved to a world where a solo GP typically means you have a single investment decision maker at the firm, and increasingly there are solo GP firms that are supported by larger teams. So Precursor Ventures is still a solo GP firm, but we have 14 people who work at the firm, including me.
Wow.
So I'm the only partner, but I'm not the only person. And for a long time, solo GP meant single decision maker, but also single person. And I will tell you what I perceive to be the benefits. As I joke with my LPs, the probability I will ever get in a fight and break up with myself is very low. And so I personally believe one of the biggest long-term risks to venture capital firms, not individual investments, but firms, is actually partnership dynamics. And if you think about it, like I've been doing Precursor for 11 years. I am not the same person I was 11 years ago, but I'm not in relation to anybody else. And I think the probability that I would have partnered with somebody 11 years ago and we would still have the same quality of relationship through all the twists and turns of life strikes me as fairly low.
So low.
So one nice thing is there's no team breakup risk because the team is one person. Second, there's no attribution issues about who's actually making the investments that matter for the firm. There's no palace intrigue. There's no rivalry. And also, I think performance is easy to assess because as I tell my LPs, every company in our portfolio that you love, I picked it. Everyone that you're not thrilled about, I also picked it. So however you feel about the portfolio, that's how you feel about me and my selection. And I think there's a uniformity of culture that you get from having a single decision maker. And this is something I don't usually talk about, but because you and I have had many conversations before this podcast, I really do think founders value knowing that you're going to get a consistent experience when you touch a firm. And if you have 5 different people with different personalities and different styles, your experience with that firm could actually be a function of the partner at that firm that you work with. And I'd argue with very few exceptions, most firms do not have a uniform culture where your experience with that firm will be the same no matter which person you touch.
Oh, I see that all the time
100%.
when I send founders to a particular VC. I'm like, oh, you had a bad experience, but did you talk to this partner? Because that I'm not super surprised.
Yep.
Right. Also, the kind of orphaning of companies, right? Like, I think we talk about firms as a monolithic group, but it's, these are humans that join an organization and they often leave an organization.
Yeah.
And with them moving on, they then kind of orphan a company into that fund. And that, as you said, right, the probability that a partnership stays together for 11 years is actually not super high.